This week you are going to be working on the same drawing that you started last week of your favorite animal. I would like for you to think of your animal and where its natural habitat would be. A natural habitat is where the animal would be found naturally. So even if you have a pet fish, the aquarium would not be its natural habitat. It would be either the ocean or body of fresh water, depending upon the fish. Here are some examples that might help you figure out where your animal belongs. First, we are going to look at the natural habitat of the ocean. I am going to show you some of the things that you would find in the ocean that you would be able to add into your drawing. We actually know more about the moon than the bottom of the ocean. Some animals that you would find living in the ocean are dolphins, sharks, sea lions, sea turtles, and tropical fish. This example here has tons of coral reefs, seaweed, different rock formations, sand, and then rays of sunlight coming through. This would be a good example of some different items that you could add to your ocean scene. Some animals that live in fresh water would be some flamingos, alligators, frogs, beavers, fresh crabs, ducks, geese, and many others. We are going to take a look at mountain habitats and what are some of the things that you would see in the mountains where these animals live. Some animals you could find living in the mountains are mountain goats, black bears, deer, wild turkeys, cougars, elk, gray wolves, and many more. Some examples of animals that like it cold are polar bears, emperor penguins, polar fox, and snow owls. If your favorite animals are a lion, elephants, giraffes, zebras, a gazelle, prairie dogs, lizards, or snakes, or something else that would live in the grasslands, here's some examples of some landscapes and natural habitats that you could draw for your animal. Grasslands and deserts are similar, but grasslands receive more water than deserts. Here are the animals that can survive in the desert with a small amount of water: snakes, armadillos, lizards, camels, and a few others. Some animals that you would find in the rainforest are panthers, jaguars, sloths, toucans, anacondas. Scientists have estimated that there are over 390 billion individual trees in the Amazon rainforest, and the Amazon rainforest makes up 3/4 of all of the rainforests that are left on our planet. They also estimate that there are 16,000 different types of trees located in the Amazon rainforest. Scientists actually don't even know all of the different plants or insects that are in the rainforest, the Amazon rainforest, and they haven't even been able to classify all of them yet. Temperate forests are the types of forests that you would find across the United States mostly. These forests have trees that lose their leaves in the fall time, and they also have trees that are like evergreens with pine needles and pine cones, and they do not lose their leaves. Some of the animals that would live in temperate forests would be deer, black bear, raccoons, squirrels, rabbits, skunks. A lot of the different animals that you would see around where you live would be some of the animals that you would find in the forest. Here's an example of what yours might turn out like. Here's a simple drawing that I created for an example to show you guys. I drew some lemurs living in the rainforest. In the foreground, I have some tropical plants and a river, and then some sand by the river. And in the middle ground, I have where the water would come down from the waterfall, and some different cliffs, some rock formations, some tropical trees that you would find in the rainforest, and different vines where the lemurs are hanging, and most of my lemurs are located in the middle ground. And then in the background, I would have my sky that is behind everything else. My horizon line, you would find where the ground is separated from the sky. So it would go over the top of the cliffs, over the top of the waterfall, and then over the top of the ground on the right side. And that would be my horizon line. So that would divide my ground from my sky. So when you are creating your natural habitats for your animals, you're going to use the same picture you did last week, like I had mentioned before. Third grade, your image should look simpler than the one that I have drawn here. You should have at least 3 to 5 different items in your drawing that shows where your animal lives in its natural habitat. Fourth grade, I would like to see 4 to 6 different items in your drawing that's showing where your animal lives. And then for 5th grade, I would like to see 5 to 7 different items in your drawing. 5th grade, your drawing should be similar to the one that I am showing you right now. It should have more detail in it than what 3rd or 4th grade would do. Now it is time for you to draw your natural habitat around your animal drawing. Make sure that you also look at the document that is attached. It is going to explain to you what you need to have exactly in your drawing. These were great examples of what you can add to your drawing, but it'll give you step-by-step directions and guidelines for how to complete this project. Once you're done, make sure that you hit submit through Google Classroom and send me a picture either through email or through Google Classroom of your animal and its natural habitat. I can't wait to see your drawings and take a look at how they turned out. I'm sure you'll do great. Have fun.